Or if there was a horror film that made you, as the viewer, question what you would do in a particular scenario, it is Would You Rather. This is a film where, funny enough, I make this very odd comparison to 12 Angry Men. The idea of a group of complete strangers all confined to one room for a very uncomfortable period of time, all forced to confront their deeper natures in order to come to some kind of resolution that won't compromise their own integrity. But only difference is where in 12 Angry Men, a person's life is at stake who's outside the room. In this one, not only is it their souls at stake, it's their very lives. And much like 12 Angry Men, you are just riveted throughout the course of this entire film. Now, you have an amazing ensemble cast here that is really bringing their A game to make this movie just this nonstop thrill ride. But it also is buoyed by this absolutely devious, maniacally sinister performance by Jeffrey Combs, who kind of acts as a sort of warped master of ceremonies, or even like this sick ass game show host. But he is here and he is the anchor that brings this whole movie together. Now, the two notes of complaints I have about this film is that there are some plot threads that don't really go anywhere, specifically regarding the main character's doctor who tries to intervene at one point, but it really amounts to nothing. And then you have this whole subplot involving Jeffrey Combs' son, played by Robin Lord Taylor, aka the Penguin from Gotham, who, ends up kind of, you can't even say he throws a monkey wrench in the proceedings, but he does kind of cause a bit of a detour in the film. And it really does amount to nothing. He kind of disappears from the plot. But fortunately, those shortcomings end up becoming minor as the plot continues to progress, especially when as pretty much as long as the movie stays in this room, you are just into it all the way through. You are invigorated to see how these characters are trying desperately to hang on to their souls, but at the same time, also try to survive, but also trying to ultimately get what they want out of this competition. And the resolution is absolutely perfect. And by perfect, I mean it's one that absolutely fits the theme of the movie, and it leads to a resolution which, for me, I kind of wanted the Crypt Keeper at the very end to start throwing a bunch of puns at the expense of the character in question. I was absolutely giggling in a very sinister fashion at the resolution of this movie, and it made the entire ride 100% worth it. So I strongly recommend Would You Rather. If you've not caught it, it's streaming on Plex right now, so check it out. Yes!